Hello.
Hello.
We are in an undetermined place in time and space.
No one can know.
No one knows. No one knows where we are.
No one will know. We just covered this up.
It's green screen. With
Yeah.
Da Vinci AI.
That's true. That's green screen. Green screen is getting good nowadays.
Because of AI or because of tech in other ways?
Tech. You know, they have green screens where you shine the light right through the green screen.
Oh, yeah.
And by that I mean, that's a joke, but they do have virtual production where they have like a literal screen on the back. And then it does like accurate light casting and all that.
Yeah.
Virtual production. Oof.
Well, then they've got the stuff they did for Dune where like they were worried about the green cast.
Oh, yeah, the sand screen.
Where it's the sand screen, so like color doesn't matter as much anymore.
I was talking to Tu Chang. Apparently
We gotta introduce Tu Chang.
Oh, yeah, Tu Chang works at Lattice Video Services.
At UMN.
At UMN. They rent out
Stuff to us.
Equipment. Yes. Filmmaking equipment. So, very cool. But anyway, apparently they check out projectors. And so I was like...
We gotta try that.
Put a projector on one side...
Of a sheet.
And then on the other side, do some virtual production.
We gotta do the car thing. Yeah.
Sounds like a great idea to me. I brought it to him. Didn't seem to enjoy the idea, but Tu Chang doesn't like anything fun.
I've noticed. I was really worried that he didn't like me today.
Oh, no.
And in general.
I think that's just his vibe.
I think so, too, because I try to, like, crack light jokes like we do.
Yeah.
And they don't land with him ever. On rare occasion, we get a chuckle.
I think it's hard to tell when they land. Like, he jokes around a lot with people.
Yeah, I notice it, but, like, none of my jokes seem to land.
I think he just doesn't laugh very much.
I'm so sorry.
Or hard.
I'm so sorry. I love you.
Tu Chang is never going to see this. Never in a million years.
We're going to bring this channel up, though. I have two...
I'm not going to bring this channel up to Tu Chang.
Okay.
Why do you have 2 Vaselines right now?
I don't know.
I carry a
I'll
lot
be
of stuff in
honest.
my pockets, but I would never carry 2 Vaselines.
Well, you see, I need Vaseline, like, every hour.
Oh, okay.
Because my lips are always so chapped. My mom thinks it's literally I'm accidentally addicted to it. Which is probably true. Like, but it's literally just pure petroleum jelly.
I mean...
So I've been trying to switch it out for this stuff every once in a while, which is, like, Lip Med-X. My grandma gave it to me. It has mint in it, which makes my face unhappy, but it stops me from having as much pain in the long run.
I carry Altoids around because whenever I eat one,
yeah.
it, like, wakes me up instantly.
Huh.
But
I've never had an Altoid.
Would you like one
They're
right now?
minty, right?
They are very minty.
I hate mint so much.
Well, then you
Yeah,
probably
no.
would not like it.
No, I would not. I would sit there going...
Every time I eat one, it wakes me up instantly, but then I have to sneeze. Every time without fail.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
We want to test that?
Only Altoids. Yeah, I'll test it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna see. Whenever I need to sneeze, I always just look at a light. Because, you know, I don't know if it's everybody, but I know there's something in a lot of people's brains where the nerve that processes light and, like, light overflow in your retina or something. I could be saying total technobabble. I know there's something, though. And the sneeze reflex or whatever, get those good sounds.
Oh, yeah.
Are, like, right next to each other. So sometimes when you get so much light in your eye, the like, actual electric signals in your brain bleed over, and that's why some people have to sneeze when they look at lights.
Really?
Or why looking at a bright light helps you sneeze if you need to sneeze. And I use it all the freaking time. It's great. Because when, like, on the edge of a sneeze and you're like, I need to sneeze.
To test that out.
It's good. Not everybody has it, though. And if you, like, when you were in elementary school, did you ever go outside to recess on, like, a really sunny day and then sneeze?
Maybe.
I don't remember. I feel like I've heard a stat where it's like 40% of people. Again, probably totally random.
Would you like one?
Can I just smell them?
Yeah.
They don't smell like much. I do smell the... Told you I'd make that face. I just made the fucking face. Sorry, no longer a PG channel. I said the F word.
Oh my gosh. I think that's good though, right? Because then,
we don't have to market for kids.
Yeah.
We were never going to market this for kids.
No.
I don't think kids need to know about this intensity of filmmaking and whatever.
Yeah.
None of you need to know. Oh, that sounds rude. Capture kids should pursue their passions, but also you should not be asking your parent for like a $5,000 camera at the age of 12.
Yeah. Start small. Start like we did with your phone.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Or
making siblings the cameraman was definitely the move as a kid.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Filmmaking as a child. I need to edit some of this stuff because I didn't know any. Like, I knew we'll fix it in post was a thing. Oh, our lights. Did you move our key light?
Oh yeah, I think I bumped it.
That's okay. Our key light is a tiny little lamp.
Yeah.
Our production value exists.
Very nearly overshadowed by the ring
yeah.
light behind the couch.
That's okay. It's a vibe. It's ambiance.
Yes.
Did you eat your Altoid yet?
I did, and I haven't sneezed yet, but I feel it coming.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's important.
I'm gonna eat another one.
It moved again!
Oh my goodness.
Because it's by the door.
Oh. Is it worth it?
No.
Okay. What if I throw this pillow?
That's...
It knocks it. Throwing pillows when there's expensive equipment in the room is always a good idea.
Yeah, definitely. Also, that light has glass, so maybe not. It's like on a springy... Like, the chair is not hard. It's like made out of flexible material, so maybe not.
Yeah.
We do need to try to take. We're trying to find a Lazy Susan.
Yeah.
To get a 360 shot of like items spinning, and we gotta try and deconstruct some wheelie chairs.
Yeah.
We gotta try it, or you gotta bug Two Chang to mess with their wheelie chair again. Quick question: are you looking at the camera? Where are we looking right now? I'm like.
I don't know, just around.
Yeah, just around at you, around.
I feel like it'd be weird if we just stared straight into the camera.
Around the world, around the... There's a song there, but I forgot the rest of it.
That's literally just it. It's just
I know, but
around
the notes
world,
change.
Around the world.
There we go. That's the next note. That's what I had forgotten.
Rip Daft Punk.
Okay, how's the sneeze coming?
It might not happen this time.
It's because it's dark in here. I'm telling
Also,
you.
these are small Altoids.
You should have taken 2. Disproving hypotheses.
Yeah, I'll
He said
take
without
3
fail.
now.
Oh, 3? Did you take 2 last time or just 1?
Just 1.
Oh, he's addicted. What are Altoids other than just breath mints? Like, are they just for your breath? Smalls. Didn't we like at a shoot once crush up, or not you, but not me either, Erica. Our friend Erica, we love Erica. And I believe Tarek as well participated
it was definitely
in
Tarek was
crushing the Altoids into a vaguely looking Coke line. And then I have a video of like Tarek pretending to sniff them and then reacting like he actually did. I don't think he actually did though, because they didn't really move.
I mean, Tarek is a good enough actor.
Yeah.
He could have fooled us.
True. But Erica was like, we were all freaking out. We were all like, what the heck is happening right now? We're quite the cast of characters. Cast or not.
Yeah. But that's what makes it a good time.
That does, yeah, we've been playing Quiplash for the past, like, hour.
Yeah.
It's a vibe. I'm glad we got past the, like, one, may I say it, may I?
Sure.
We got past the one cum joke. And then we actually got into real humor.
Yeah.
Like, Erica said, I'm not gonna write it, for, like, the one that was, like, obvious that it was trying to bait you to say that. Mm-hmm. And then we got into, like, real humor. Death and stuff. Real humor, guys. I mean, yeah, I brought my boyfriend, Nathan, and he's got some dark humor. That's his cup of tea. And it's slowly, because I've been, dating him, it's becoming my cup of tea.
That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
My father has definitely instilled in me a deep sense of sarcasm.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Sarcasm's good. My mom is a critic. My parents are light critics of my humor. They're like, my grandma has become a very harsh critic of my humor lately, and I feel kind of bad.
Oh, no.
I'll, like, say, like, we go shopping together sometimes, and we'll call things cute, and she'll call something cute. And I'll be like, really? And she goes, I wouldn't have said it if I didn't do it. I was like, I was just trying to be silly. I'm sorry. No. It's... Yeah. Oh, yeah, I feel bad. I'm like, I'm trying to make jokes, and you don't know.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Got it, yeah.
All right, you gotta make jokes, especially when you don't have anything else to say. That's my number one strategy.
Really?
For getting out of any conversation. Make a bunch of jokes. It's a good time. I feel like this is a common guy strategy.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Like, just talking to other guys, or, like, at all?
At all.
Getting a look into the man's mind.
And especially if, like, you're talking, like, most guys, you talk with them in, like, a serious conversation especially.
Okay.
And they'll just be looking for the joke.
Yeah. Okay. Like, what do you mean serious conversations? I want an example here. I need to read the man textbook with examples and diagrams.
Okay, here's an example. A while ago, I was talking with Lauren and Erica, and they asked me, when was the last time you cried?
Oh, the classic girl asking
Right.
a guy question when you could corner a guy.
And so, you know, the thing my mind instantly jumped to was like, how can I make a joke out of this? But then it's like, you know,
It's a serious-ish conversation, kind of, maybe. Depends.
They want to
It's
know.
Erica and Lauren. You can
At
dodge
that-
their questions fairly easily and make a joke out of it. That's our entire reason we're friends.
At that moment in time, it was clear they wanted to know about my
Genuinely.
emotional state.
Your emotional state is a curious thing. I kind of want to know how this conversation went.
I mean, I told them the truth, which is that I don't cry for sadness, I cry for movies.
Aww, crying for movies is fun.
Yeah.
It's good. I like crying for movies.
Watched Up the other day. Oof.
You watched Up again the other day?
Mm-hmm. With Maya.
Aww, did
Yeah.
she cry too?
I don't know. I couldn't tell.
I'm a crier for movies.
I was
at least.
crying. I looked over and I wasn't sure that she was. I'm like, okay, all right. Do you have a soul? Anyway,
She definitely has a soul.
you can't not cry at the Up montage scene. Like, are you
Depends.
kidding me?
I feel like it's all over the internet so much if you've seen it like a little bit too much.
That's fair.
Or like if the song's like drained into your head maybe in certain ways. Or maybe you've seen a meme with the song that was like bad.
I mean, I
don't know.
was practicing the song on the piano, so I've played it a billion
Yeah.
times, and
But
still...
it's if you're in the right mindset while practicing. But if you're like, I don't know, correlation. I don't know. That's not the right word, but whatever. Anyway,
Close enough.
so you've never cried for sad. I mean, not never, but like
I have, just not
in a long time.
recent years.
Interesting. What do you do when you're sad? Just sit in a corner?
I don't get
Just
sad that
contemplate.
often.
That's nice.
I get stressed occasionally,
Yeah. You don't cry from stress.
but like no.
That's good. I cry from stress.
When I get stressed, it's just like, ooh.
Yeah. I don't think you've ever experienced. Have you ever
I guess
seen
I'll go
me
to
cry?
bed now.
That's fine.
I don't think I have, no.
I've probably been close to crying around you, but usually when we're together, we're able to cheer each other up at all and like just distract ourselves no matter
Yeah.
what.
At the very least, we do work.
Yeah, or distract ourselves with work we enjoy.
Yes. If
Um,
one of us is in a bad mood, it's like, all right, we're at least gonna work.
We're together.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're having fun. Yeah, that is really nice. Yeah, no, I cried a lot last semester.
Oh no.
Well, I mean, you know why.
I do know why.
I feel like I was never like sad around you because it was kind of, we cheered each other up. But I was mad. I would come
Yeah.
in here and I would just be mad at my life a little bit,
Which is fair.
and then we would chillax and it would be okay.
Yeah.
And now it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
My life didn't actually suck last semester. I just put too much on my own plate.
Mm.
To clarify, my life does not suck. I should not really be complaining. First world problems and all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, can't believe we're only getting 150 pins instead of 300. Can you imagine?
Our life sucks. Don't clip that. Don't clip that. Don't clip that. Have you seen? I feel like I'm falling into the trap here by telling you about this.
Well, just do it.
Have you seen that clip of the one girl on her Twitch stream that goes? This is an adult. This is like a young adult, but like an adult, like a college or a little bit older.
Yeah.
And she goes to somebody must have asked her in a stream like something about dating somebody in high school. She goes I date high school, or I dated high schoolers. I'm trying to remember how it went now, but she basically ended up saying I didn't mean I date high schoolers. I
Yeah.
mean I dated high schoolers. And somebody clipped, I date high schoolers. and then they sent her the clip. And then she watched it back and said, no, I don't, like, she said it again. And then somebody said that clipped. And it was just layers and layers of her literally falling the same trap over and over again.
Oh, no.
And now, theoretically, I can get clipped for the exact same thing.
That's true. You said it.
Although, technically, at my current age, I am only 19, and there are 18-year-old high schoolers, so, like, that's not that bad. Like, there are current freshmen in college that are older than me.
Sure.
Not defending that. My boyfriend is of age. Actually, year and a half?
Overage.
A year and a half older than me. I remember
your
on our
age.
first date, he was like, I'm going to be 20 while you're still 18. And I was like, whatever.
20 going on 37.
What have you done? What is that from?
From SNL.
Oh, is that what is that little skit that's like the sound?
Sound of Music.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
It's like, you are 18, you are 19 going on, you are 18 going on 19. Actually, I'm 34.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
That's John Mulaney, right?
Yep.
We were watching The Horse in the Hospital
Yes.
bit. That's a good one.
That is a good one.
Quality comedy.
SNL.
Poor John Mulaney.
SNL, this is my routine with SNL.
Okay.
When I'm with my parents, I watch only Weekend Update
That's a good segment.
because it's always good.
Yeah.
And I skip the rest of it.
Mhm.
When I'm not with my parents, I just don't watch it
Yeah.
live because I don't have it
Oh,
live.
you watch it live with your parents?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Because they're my parents and they have cable.
Cable.
Anyway.
I only watch live TV at hotels.
Nice.
Or my grandma's house.
Watch
mom's
the Spanish channel, you're like, this seems interesting. That's what I do.
When you're home, you scroll
No,
the cable?
in a hotel room.
Oh.
It's in a foreign country, you turn to a Spanish channel.
Yes.
And watch
I
the
watched-
commercials in Spanish.
I watched Cat in the Hat in the Spanish when I was in Costa Rica, and that was the only,
Nice.
because we knew sombrero. We were very proud of
Yes.
ourselves. This is back in, 2014.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Anyway, what's your other... So you just don't watch it live, and then what do you watch when you're alone?
And then when I'm alone, I'll just find the clips.
Yeah, of course, the YouTube channel. Their YouTube channel.
You just find the
You just see what has the most
just the
views.
good ones.
Mhm.
Usually, Please Don't Destroy is good.
They're so good, because they're just they're just content creators that got picked up by the mass media.
Yeah.
They're pretty quality. I haven't watched an SNL skit that's, new in a very long time, I feel like. I might have watched some of the new ones that are, culturally context, like something about Barbie or whatever. But
They have a very specific vibe. There's a certain feeling to the humor of, I don't know. Everything is kind of falling apart, and that's what makes it funny.
every single skit, you mean that's the
Yeah,
formula?
every
I thought you
skit-
meant SNL was falling apart. I'm
Every
some people
skit
think that.
is, such a stretch.
Yeah.
That you can see the stretch, and they know it's a stretch, and they're just along for the ride.
Yeah.
And that's
it's
kind of...
a high school theater troupe that got
Yes.
a TV show somehow.
Yeah.
So I keep falling into the ADHD trap that is our screensaver, which you can see in the little picture. But I'm following. It's there.
Yeah.
It's good. It's something to look at.
I'm gonna appreciate it for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love ourselves a good screensaver. Would you ever blender a screensaver? You could totally blender a screensaver.
I could do
That'd
that.
be fun.
I should just put up the DVD logo. That same logo.
On that?
No.
Or
When I need a screensaver.
that's what you put up?
That's what I put up. Over the summer when I taught...
Schools,
Yeah.
children.
When I taught children...
Minecraft. Wasn't that what part of it?
kind of... We didn't teach them how to play Minecraft.
Well,
We
yeah.
taught them how to program inside of Minecraft.
What you taught?
You said that, not me.
Touched.
I
Touched.
taught... Oh my god.
Touched is not a word. You were so close to saying something very... very
I taught...
Good catch.
I taught children to play... To
To use Minecraft for educational purposes.
to program within Minecraft.
Using like Redstone or like using a different interface?
In Minecraft Education,
Oh,
they
right,
have
they have a thing.
block
Okay.
programming
Block programming. How ironic.
because
Blocks.
Microsoft has like their own version of Scratch.
Right, right.
Like a rip-off of Scratch.
We love Scratch. We
Scratch
stand.
is great. Very cool. Very nice. I think these days, you might be able to like convert from Scratch to JavaScript.
I think you're right. I remember messing around with Scratch a few years ago after not messing around with it since I was like a little kid.
Mm.
And I was like, ooh, Scratch still exists.
Yeah.
Let's renew my account.
I went hard on Scratch when I initially started using it. I was like, oh, I make games, make crazy games. And then I made this one game, and it had like a mini map where you like gotta go around, and there was a bunch of different enemies, and it kept track of where the
fancy.
enemies were, and the camera was centered on the.
And all in block programming?
Yes.
Have you seen those like jet simulators that are just like so like realistic and have such good physics that are like block programmed in Scratch?
No.
It's insane. Like the graphics are calculated like insane. It's crazy.
Oh, like the 3D.
Yeah.
Like
3D
Minecraft
render.
in
Scratch.
Yeah.
It's insane. Sorry, keep going.
I mean, but
Video game programming.
yeah. Well, I spent a bunch of time on it, and it was like massive, and then I got bored and didn't finish it.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't know whether it's because like, you know, you're a kid and your parents show you something and that's like kind of educational and you're just like, even though it's kind of cool, I like never caught on to it crazy much. Like it's my major. I like it enough. I mean, it's not directly my major, but like it's strongly related to my major. It's not like I hated coding. It was just a kind of along for the ride thing, not like driving the bus kind of thing. Like I made some things, but nothing was complex and fancy. I was like, yeah, I know how to use basic stuff.
I find a lot of times in coding, I guess like in other things, I dedicate a lot of time. I do like a big thing. I get like 80% of the way done and spend like multiple weeks and often months on this thing. And then I stop.
Yeah.
Like 20%
I mean,
before
yeah.
the end.
Yeah.
Because that's the boring part is the end.
The finishing it.
You gotta like debug it and you gotta polish it.
Yeah,
and,
finishing things is hard and sad sometimes.
like I made that one physics calculator website, physcalc.com. It's up, but like it's
Text on the screen.
Yeah, it's almost impossible to figure out how to use it because I never got around to like making
a UI.
No, there's a UI. This just like there's no tutorial.
Oh, sure.
There's no way to figure out how to use it.
And it's not intuitive.
I tried to make it intuitive, but there's so many controls that it's difficult.
Yeah. Kind of like editing software.
Yeah.
You go in and you're like, there's buttons with acronyms I've never heard of.
Yeah.
What is happening here?
You can like kind of piece together, like move clips around a little bit.
Oh, I thought you were talking about your physics thing, and I was
No.
like, what? Oh yeah, no, I'm decent at. I'm just like,
But
not
like
adventurous enough.
getting deeper in is tricky.
I need to be more adventurous with editing.
I learned
software.
I've been using DaVinci for years and years, and I learned like last week that you could edit the Bezier curves for animation.
What does that mean?
I
know, like that's color stuff, right?
No.
No.
That's color curves you're thinking of. When you're animating in DaVinci, you use keyframes, right?
Right. Yeah. You taught me some of that stuff.
Well, there's different ways to interpolate between keyframes. You can go linearly,
right,
where it's just straight, or you can do like ease in, ease out, like that.
And just more keyframes in between if you want to change the pace, or
Bezier curves, which is basically like a mathematical function version of that, where you have curves that
make it a cubic.
Describe. It's not cubic. There's a special formula.
I'm saying make it cubic.
Okay.
Sorry, keep going.
But I discovered I'd used it in Blender before, but I discovered it was in DaVinci, so that was cool.
That's good. That's good to know.
Yeah.
The problem is like video tutorials for these things, they're useful. They're just so like they're hard to watch sometimes.
Yeah.
Like even if it's a good communicator, it's just like I have no investment in this, and you're not talking about the exact specific thing I need.
Yeah.
So, like, it's kind of more fun to fuck around and find out, as they say.
I have on YouTube, I have a playlist of tutorials
Send it to me.
that I need to watch, and it's 270 videos long.
What is it all on? Just filmmaking stuff and, like, Blender and
A bunch
whatnot?
of different stuff. There's a lot of it is on Blender, because there's so much you can do in Blender, you're never going to learn it all.
I think I uninstalled Blender. I think I used to have it, but then I needed more room for video stuff.
That's fair.
My dad tried to make me learn it, and then I was like, this seems complicated.
It is. It takes a while to get to a place where you can start making things you're happy with.
Yeah.
You've got to make a lot of things that look terrible before you can make stuff that starts to look good.
I can make a cube I'm really proud of, I bet.
And even now, 50% of the time, something I make will look terrible.
Yeah, like that one like weird Jigglypuff thing we made.
Yeah.
We, meaning I made creative decisions along the way. I told you to do stuff. You had heads on the controls.
I can't do sculpting for the life of me.
No one can. Really?
Escapes.
Like, that's
People can do sculpting.
It looks like it's an insane thing to do.
If you go to blenderartist.org, you'll see people who are insane at sculpting.
There are people who can, like, freaking sculpt the graphite on a pencil tip.
That's true.
People can do anything. Like, humans in general are amazing. But, like, realistically, that tool is ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I understand. It's there. It's great for some people, but that's just... Whew.
Yeah, it is tricky.
Woo.
But after a while, you learn it. You figure it out. My favorite part of Blender is geometry nodes. Because it's like programming. It's kind of like block programming. Almost. But kind of different.
Except for, it's like the Studio U script. Everything's completely different except everything that's exactly the same.
Yeah.
Except for the reverse. It's the same except for everything that's really different.
It's like, I don't know. In block programming is very much a, I guess block programming is like imperative line by line programming versus nodes is kind of more like functional programming.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Vaguely.
Yeah.
Like, terminology-wise, I'm not great, but I think I know what you're talking about.
It's like...
Using functions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no.
No? Oh, gosh. Okay.
It's like recursion.
Oh.
It's instead of calling... Instead of like...
Some good neck cracking sounds. Hold on, sorry.
Okay.
There we go.
Instead of like going line by line and doing instructions, everything is written as like I have an input and an output, and everything in the function is specifically designed only for that output. So there's no byproducts, it's called. There's no like, let me call a function that sets the state of some variables that does some other things. No. It's like, I am only trying to find the output, and any other variables that exist along the way only like just combine into that output. It's very strange if you're not like a programmer.
Man, it's like, my brain can't, it's Friday, man.
But nodes are similar to that, and they like obscure the complexity of it.
Sure.
And so it's more like,
intuitive.
Yeah, it's like,
a little bit.
It's kind of, I mean, it's not completely like functional programming because there is still like you go into one node and it does something, and then you go to the next node. I would say it's like the opposite. Instead of going backwards and functional.
Who the hell is our audience
you
for
go
this?
forward.
You have to have such weirdly specific
nodes,
knowledge to
yeah.
follow any of our conversations.
That's true. This is definitely a filmmaking
Programmers who know about filmmaking and 3D rendering.
Yeah.
And college life. So Studio U at CSC students. Us.
A few more.
There's a few more. I don't remember what most people's majors are half the time.
Yeah.
People.
People are people. I made a profound statement just now.
Everybody, slow clap for Eric. Yeah, no, I mastered iMovie. That's my claim to fame. And then now I got to do DaVinci. I was okay. I didn't do anything fancy, but I used Adobe in high school. I finally at the point where I've actually kind of am working on or almost know more coding languages than I do film editing softwares, which is kind of important going into a professional job in data science and not filmmaking.
That's true.
I was like, my resume for filmmaking kind of is more stacked than my technical resume.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
It's work in progress. Somebody give me an internship over the summer, please. I want to do cool data science stuff. I need to apply to a few more, but I've applied to like the one film one, and at least 3. Applied to the Google one. Did you applied to the Google one? Have you heard back?
Did I apply to the Google one?
Thought you did. Maybe I thought I watched you do it.
Maybe I did.
Anyway, something and something, and then at least 2 somethings other than the Google one. Most of the deadlines are in like March, so I've got a little bit of time.
Yeah, I need to apply for a bunch more.
Maybe I'll do it this weekend, because after this weekend, I bet we won't have as much free time during weekends.
Yeah.
Well, filming and homework and stuff.
Yeah. It's always tough.
This weekend will be nice and somewhat relaxing, though. I mean, we got to be back here at 1 tomorrow. At this undesignated place in time and space.
Unknown location.
Unknown location. Nobody find us, please.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
This couch is so comfy. I'm glad we got it. It's so soft.
It is nice.
I'm like sinking into it. It's really good.
It's good.
It gives podcast vibes.
Yeah.
And like, it gives vibes.
Although, I feel like
our computer gave up.
No.
No more silly, goofy screensaver.
Sad. I feel like oftentimes in podcasts, they're facing towards each other.
They're at a table. But this is nice.
Yeah.
But then like they get to look at each other and they don't have to have the awkward thing of like,
yeah,
hi, hello, how do you do?
Yeah.
We're dodging the mic by leaning forward like that, but that's okay.
We are. Yes.
We should look at the mic directly.
The mic which is ours, which we own, which is just the 2 of ours.
It's just maybe it's just a rental. Maybe it's not real. Maybe it's the phone mic, and you're just really impressed.
Yes, the phone mics these days, they're so good.
It's embedded.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not.
They've got like some crazy frequency things that makes it go directional. I don't know how it works, but it's engineering.
Maybe it's just because we put a tube around the microphone.
It's like those have you seen the video about how the Tesla satellites work?
No.
Basically, because the satellites are moving so quickly.
Like the ones in space. Okay.
They
I'm
can't.
not talking about weird other satellites.
They can't physically move the satellite because it's going too quick.
Sure.
So what they do instead is like they have a way to receive the waves so that it like uses interference patterns to get the right angle. I don't know. It's really weird.
You know what I just realized? You never sneezed.
I know. I never did. I was looking at my Altoids with disappointment.
He's a liar.
Maybe it's because they're the
As Erica said earlier today, me when Eric lies.
Oh my gosh. You can't bring this on the internet. My
Eric
reputation
doesn't lie.
will be tarnished
He does
forever.
He does not regularly lie on purpose.
Not on purpose.
Not on purpose. It's a fib then. It's not a lie then.
It's a mistake.
We joke about it because he's very honest. Just the same way that we have other jokes that I'm not going to say on the internet because that could get clipped really badly. Mm-hmm. No, we love Eric. He's very sweet.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're sweet too.
Thanks. I try. Sometimes I fail because I've been around Eric. Sometimes I'm around Erica too much, and then I turn into a bitch.
Oh no! Oh no!
I like how you're not disagreeing with me.
I mean,
I'm not a bitch in like a malice way. I just say unhinged things that come off wrong and or the way I mean them, and then I realize I don't actually like to mean them.
You just sometimes have a mean sense of humor.
Yeah. But it's because, like, everybody pokes fun at each other, and I just kind of...
Yeah.
I step very close to the line, but everybody knows me, so everybody knows that I'm not... Like, I don't hit close to home usually.
Yeah.
As long as, like, I try very hard to not hit close to home.
Yes. You do a good job at that.
I don't know. I don't think I could insult you close to home. like, unless I genuinely insulted your filmmaking in, like, a way that was not constructive criticism. I think that's the only way I can really insult you.
Yeah. Yeah,
Or, like,
I could see that.
Or, like, demean you academically.
I mean, I feel like I'd agree with you, though. Like, I'm not doing terribly academically.
I mean, I don't even know anything about your grades or
But,
anything,
like,
so.
by my standards in high school.
Sure. Well, that's everyone.
Yeah,
Especially
it
in
is.
STEM. Nobody
But-
does well in STEM by high school standards.
I feel like it's, you know, it's just a general.
Yeah. No, my parents are so sweet about it. They're like, yay, you're not failing. Not, but, like, a little bit like that, but, like, also a little bit, like, we're proud of you for, like, putting in as much effort as you can and as you have, that kind of thing. And, like, you've seen results that are not even close to failing, and we're proud of you for that.
My parents are used to seeing my sister stress about grades incessantly, and then they see me not care to a concerning degree, and they're like, maybe you should care more.
Oh, you don't care that much?
I care, but, like...
It doesn't fix it. It doesn't put enough pressure in your
Yeah.
brain to fix it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can focus on other things fairly easily, because I'm
Evidently.
good at
We're here.
prioritizing things that I want to do that are still, like, vaguely productive.
Like I always say, I think you have ADHD.
Huh.
Not that it's, like, a bad thing. It's a superpower for a lot of people. I just I need help in certain ways for mine. Mine is very intense, though. Like,
Yeah.
they're like, holy crap, girl.
But, so my parents, for me, then, they try and, you know, they get on me about my grades.
Yeah, as parents should.
Because, you know. And then they do it a little too intensely. And then, like, a bit later, they, like, message me. They're like, just so you know, we're proud of you.
You're a train wreck. Love you, buddy.
Oh, my gosh.
To quote Eric's dad directly.
He was joking. It's okay.
No, I was not.
He was joking.
He was joking.
He was joking.
Although I feel like texting your dad that you lost multiple items in a row is definitely deserving of a joking you're a train wreck comment.
Yeah.
Like,
I had it coming is what you're saying.
exactly. The train was coming to the station to get wrecked. Oh, I think this is where we put the faux explosion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
This is number 1 of many. Of your bad jokes.
Speaking of insults close to home, he's my joke approval, and you haven't called one of my jokes bad in a while. You always are like, okay, I'll give you that one.
Yeah, because, I mean...
That was a bad one.
I mean, sometimes it has to do with the mood.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes you're like, alright, you know what? I'm in a generous mood. I'll allow it.
Oh, you're not in a generous mood. Okay, noted.
Yeah,
No
you
kidding.
know,
I don't know. What
It is
I'm
a night of
saying anymore.
comedy, alright?
It was a night of
You gotta
comedy.
step up the game.
I do. I was winning though. I was
You were?
doing well.
Yeah.
I also was being fed lovely prompts or like combos of the like little T-shirt things. That one Alex drawing with I'm really gonna do it this time. That's. Does somebody have a screenshot of that? I think somebody took a photo of the screen.
Probably.
Cause that was just
So
dark.
I gotta send a photo to Tu Cheng of the gimbal upside down on those two monitor stands. Just the monstrosity.
Such a shitty rig. But like also not that shitty. Like it was held together
worked.
by real. It was all screws that were like in the places that they were meant to be mounted on, equivalent hole, whatever you call it.
I would use that setup in the future without any problems.
Oh yeah, I was about to say you would. Why? Without any problems But
like it.
no tape was involved.
Yes, and no tape was
no
involved.
elaborate tape or strings.
It worked well for balancing the gimbal
Yeah.
upside down.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it did. That's very true.
didn't have to get
Stupid, but
any sort
good.
of fancy rig for it.
Call that a fancy rig.
Because theoretically, I mean, obviously I put the monitor things on first that weren't removable, which was dumb. But, like, you get the little metal things that can slot into the thing. You just take it out, screw it onto the handles of the gimbal, and then you can flip it around and insert it into the stands. And then you're golden.
Yeah. That's what you want to call it? Golden.
Stay golden, pony boy.
What is that from?
That's from The Outsiders. Classic novel.
I don't read.
Oh.
I'll be honest. I wish I read, but I do not read.
I don't usually read classics, but we were required to read it in 8th grade.
Yeah. I read there's a couple. I read some books in high school.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I know I'm proud of myself. Reading is so. I was talking to my friend who also has ADHD, and we were both like talking about how we really wish we could read. Like, stories are just so good, but reading is just so hard for our brains. And we're talking about how we like writing way better because, you know, the stories is already there and we get to... Anyway, that's a tangent. I read some books in high school as required, and some of them I enjoyed. Like, I freaking loved The Book Thief.
Oh, yeah.
I own that book. I've read it like 1.5 times now. I was going to read it to my brother as like a bedtime story, and we got like partway through before, you know, schedules it happened and he stopped wanting me to read to him to go to bed because, you know, high school.
Yeah.
Teenage boys, you know. You're not a teenage boy anymore. You're
I'm
20.
I'm 20
I'm going to be
years old.
20 soon. I've got more than 6 months left of 19 though. Well, we just outed our ages on the internet.
Savor it while it lasts.
Yeah, I literally,
youth.
I refer, shut up. I refer to college students as teenagers, just generically. Which I will hate to stop doing, but I need to stop because it's wrong. High schoolers are teenagers more than...
Young adults.
Shut up. What was I saying? Oh, the books from high school. The books.
The book. Oh
The
my
book.
gosh. We're gonna have so many book club.
pages.
Yeah, we're gonna have so many
Watch
funny pages references in here. And
you have to watch the funny pages on Studio U's YouTube channel, guys. It's required.
it's required reading for this.
It's required
It's a prerequisite.
reading. Yeah, this is gonna be one of those like stupid like courses where there's a massive paywall and it's like way over branded and it's just a video of somebody ranting at you with like gibberish.
Oh.
No, not adding anyone in particular, but there's everybody knows who we're talking about. There's so many. But I read some books. I really like The Book Thief. We read Tale of Two Cities and Fahrenheit 451 at different points in high school. Not a fleck of information stuck. I'm not even joking. I found a pile of papers that in my house, and I was like flipping through it, and there was some question and answers about Fahrenheit 451, and I flipped through it, and I was like, I have no memory of reading this book at all, other than I hated it. I like remember trying to read it, and I read it with like an audiobook just to help myself, and I just did not retain any of it. And then I was just so lost in Tale of Two Cities. I still own it, actually, because we had to buy it.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Really?
What's it about?
I don't know.
I guess we'll never know.
It's like two cities, and like it's olden time. It's like old people, not old people. Sorry, people from I don't remember what decade it took place. You can probably Google it, but like
they're old by now.
Like you know, floofy skirts and you know. Carriages vibes.
Medieval?
No, but like maybe I don't know.
Industrial?
Yeah, that's more the vibe. I don't remember much about it except like it gives Pride and Prejudice vibes of timeline at least. But I have no memory of anything that happens in the book other than romance and there was two cities and like because drama has to ensue because it's a book.
I remembered 3 things from Fahrenheit 451.
Book burning.
There's a robot dog.
There is?
Yeah.
Now I need to reread important books.
Because I remember
I believe you, I just don't remember it.
I remember being very surprised.
Oh.
I'm like, what? Anyway, second thing, there was TVs that was just the whole wall. Because I remember my English teacher was like, see, he predicted it. He predicted it. I'm
English
like,
teachers
okay.
love to do that.
All right, yeah.
I need...
TVs aren't that big, okay?
Did you ever...
They're getting smaller. right? Our devices are getting smaller now.
But the Vegas
not
sphere.
bigger.
But the Vegas sphere.
All right. Well, the Vegas sphere
is its own thing.
is
Vegas
its own-
Vegas is not a place. Vegas is
It's
a
just
thing.
someone being stupid is the Vegas
It's
sphere.
kind of fun though.
It's fun, and I watched the videos online of the guy hitting the golf ball, and it like looks as it.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet. I haven't
I'll
watched
show it
much
to you, it's fun.
Vegas sphere. I like the little face on the outside.
Yeah.
It's a vibe.
Yeah.
I forget what it was called. It was like something very generic, like safari. It was like about a room in a futuristic house, and my English teacher went on about how not on and on, but she pointed out how it predicted motion sensitive lights. It was written before motion sensitive lights that flick on in schools when you go down a hallway, and that was one of the features of the futuristic house in the story. But also the room, the idea was they have this room in their house that goes to a place that's kind of TARDIS-esque. It goes to a place that's bigger or different than what makes at all sense. I think it went into a where safari would be, where lions are and whatever. Mm-hmm. And I think one of the kids dies from the kids killed by the lion is the plot.
Fun.
Anyway, I don't know. It was a short story we had to read, but I remember the motion sensitive lights being it predicted the future. I feel like that's not really prediction. That's just humans wanting things and then finally having the ingenuity to produce them. But
yeah,
I don't know. I like reading the predicting the future articles from back in the day. Those are kind of fun.
Yeah. I feel like there's a few things that make that whole they predicted it easier. First of all, it's selective awareness, right? You're only going to notice the things that are predictive, and the rest of it is that's just general fiction stuff. Mm-hmm. But oh, look at that, they predicted it.
Yeah.
The second thing is sci-fi oftentimes influences
what people want.
Right.
It's cool because it was on TV.
Yes. And thirdly is just you're stretching things, all right? You're moving things around,
Yeah.
Yeah. I think in 1984, they had there's restriction on language.
1984 by what did River say? In book club. Who is 1984 by?
No. Robert said 1984.
Robert said, right.
River said
Wolf of Wall Street by
James.
I don't know. Ulysses.
Yeah.
Anyway, characters, plot, whatever. Sorry, you were saying? I don't know why I went on.
No, he said Wolf of Wall Street, written by the man himself, Jordan Belfort. But then he's at some other time he said
they're giving book suggestions.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, watch the show.
Yes.
1984.
Watch it.
You'll get what we're talking
about.
This is just a pitch for watching the funny pages.
Well, the third thing I remember about Fahrenheit 451.
Oh yeah, back. Keep going. Yeah.
What was it? I think I forgot it.
You remembered two things. Correction. That's okay. I just know it's about burning books.
The funny thing about English classes or writing classes, especially writing classes, is the more writing classes you take, the more they tell you to ignore what you learned earlier in writing classes.
Yeah, I never took advanced English, so
because it's you start out and they're okay, introductory paragraph, body, right, section 1, 2, 3, conclusion. You recap it, and in the introduction paragraph, they're these are all the steps, right? You got attention getter, motivator, assertion, preview. You're freaking formula, right? And then you go one to the next one, and it's
kind of that.
But okay, maybe introduce it, but break up the format. You don't need to have a body. Don't worry about that. Just explore a little bit more. And then the next one is introduction. Who cares? Just do whatever, right? Make it feel flowy and good and stuff.
Yeah, I never took writing classes that were decent. Yeah, no, freshman year I took honors English, and I had a great teacher. I love you, Miss Lombardo. And then they were that's I got all A's and then the B in English. So they were haha, you have to go down to the lower level English now. They didn't say I had to, but it was kind of a consider. And so that's what I did, and then COVID hit, so I just stayed in that for junior year, which was fine. That my junior year English class made us pick a book that we actually wanted to read, so I read Ringworld.
Oh.
It's a pretty good book. Have you ever read it?
I have not.
I like my dad. It has like kind of creatures in it. It's very futuristic. So it has like non-humanoid creatures in it. And my dad was like, "Oh, you've got to like describe them to me and like your world, like what your mental like vision of them is." And I like was very wrong, but I was like, I like mine. Like, I don't care if like my reading comprehension on the one time they described this one character was wrong. I've decided this character has 3 heads and is pink, and it's gonna be like that.
All right.
It's fun that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know even remember the characters' names, but I remember the image of that one character in my head.
Yes. Sometimes it's you read a book and they introduce a character and you're like, all right, I know what this character looks like. And then later on, they're like, actually, it looks like this. And you're like, you're wrong.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
I just ignore that.
And then sometimes they like keep bringing it up and you're like, stop bringing it up. You're
Stop that being
wrong.
an important plot point.
Which is why, as a writer, you have to describe them immediately and then never bring it up again.
True. Yeah. No, books are a hard thing. I started reading. I like reading sad books. I like crying to books. I don't know why.
Interesting.
I read.
I don't.
What was the one book that I cried on like an airplane a lot too? I don't remember what book it was. This girl's mom dies of cancer. It's really sad.
Oh.
It's yeah.
I think I've only ever cried a few times.
Cried in movies, not books.
One of them was because the main character died.
Oh, that's daring.
I hated that book. To be honest, it was really bad. I think it was.
Well, it worked to get you emotionally attached.
Beneath the. Because I was hoping it was gonna get good.
Aw, you kept reading.
Like beneath the catacombs or something,
Okay.
underneath the city. I don't know, whatever.
Mm.
But the opening chapter was one of the best chapters I'd ever read in any book.
So you were excited.
It was just like
Perfect.
It was exactly what I was looking for in a book and a character. Because I
Sure.
love characters which are very charismatic and like self-driven.
Sure.
Because I don't know, they're very compelling to me.
You can project yourself on them. You're just like that.
Oh man.
No, I don't know.
But so it was opening and
Did you hear that?
the characters.
Yeah, I bet the mic heard that.
Probably. Was that your stomach? No way. That was really loud.
Thanks.
I thought it was like something falling or something. Anyway,
Moving on.
I'm gonna eat so much ice cream after this.
You are?
Yeah.
Can I come and steal some?
Maybe.
You're protective of your ice cream, I
I am
understand.
protected. Oh, I need to Venmo Dylan.
Oh, me too. He sent it in the Slack.
Yeah, I'll see it.
We owe our friend money for pizza.
Mm-hmm.
They ate all the pizza? They said?
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, I shouldn't be, but anyway.
Yeah, we got, 14 pizzas for Studio Unite, and they were all...
That was ridiculous. I mean, Keat took, like, almost an entire pizza home with her, so.
Oh, okay. But still.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And we gave away a few slices on the way up.
Yeah. The opening scene, the characters were trapped, and they were getting tried. And so they were all marched into the trial one by one. It was from the perspective of the judge.
Dun, dun, dun.
And the characters were just, like, ridiculously confident.
Ooh.
And as the scene progressed, the judge was getting more, like, curious and then almost nervous. He's like, why are they so confident? And then the very next scene, it's like, because they escaped instantly.
Right. They knew what they were
They
doing.
knew what they were getting into. And it was like, oh, this is awesome. This is great. I love this.
Until it wasn't.
And then as it goes on, it's like,
Spoilers for this book.
actually the main character is like not that great of a leader and is like has a lot of conflict with the other members and doesn't really have all that many talents.
Studio useless.
And the
Studio
only
history. No, I don't know. I don't know enough about our history.
The only, like, thing that the main character has as a redeemable quality is that their parents were revolutionaries, and so they know a lot about
History?
like the secret tunnels to get around places.
Secret tunnel. Do you know that from?
I do know, yeah.
I have not watched.
Through the mountain.
I have not watched enough of The Last Airbender, but my friend Bella really likes it.
Have you not seen the whole thing?
I've seen like 2 episodes of it, man. I didn't watch show other than PBS as a kid.
I hadn't seen it until like a few years ago, and then went on a spiritual journey.
I started to watch it during COVID with my parents, and then we just didn't we didn't watch very much of it again because it was near the end of COVID when things were actually getting back to life.
Oh, sure.
And so I felt bad. I like had no reason to watch it without them, but now I should probably just watch it without them.
Yeah, do.
Although you want me to watch Andor first, so.
Yeah, that's true. Watch Andor first.
Okay.
I probably like Andor more than Starбender.
It's a kid's show. It's awesome, but like it's got its own vibe.
It is a good show.
But my friend Bella really likes. Shout out Bella. We were at karate. She was an instructor at my karate school, and her and one of our other instructors had that stuck in their head, or somebody sang it like once, and they had it stuck in their. That was just the jingle of the class that day. It was Secret Tunnel, and I got a video of it literally yesterday of an orchestra playing it, so I sent it to her,
Nice.
and she enjoyed. So. Nice. Anyway, what were you saying before that?
I have no clue. I was talking about a book.
The bad book. Yeah, I remember in 7th grade I read a book called The Girl Who Ruled or Ran a City. It's a fairly. Did you read that book?
No, but it sounds like a great concept.
It's good. So it's not exactly what it sounds like. What do you think the plot of the book would be?
In my dream world, the book is that the girl, through sheer force of will, determination, and wit, somehow gets into this amazing position of power, and it's like, she can't do it, she can't run the city, and she's like, yeah, I'm gonna run the city, and she organizes all of the municipalities, and she gets all the, the sanitary system set up, and...
Get ready.
Okay.
So...
I would love that so much.
The first thing we find out is that everyone in the world who is over 18 has died.
Oh.
So, hence the girl being part of the title. The girl who ruled the city.
Fair enough.
So, apocalypse. Because there's no adults.
Right. So,
her and her, brother, they're doing their thing. Their, resources are running low or whatever. It's been however much time. There's, obviously, society is not really society anymore. But, there's no zombies or anything. Nobody is out directly to kill each other except for the people, that are for resources or whatever.
Sure.
People are going to be violent. People are going to be peaceful. And eventually, spoilers, the end of the book, she ends up basically creating a city and society within a school building. Basically setting up families and such in classrooms and making different rooms for different things and just basically running and becoming the mayor of her little a city and controlling resources and basically running a city within a high school building.
I started writing a book kind of like that.
Yeah, she had people she was in charge of who would go out on missions to find resources in grocery stores and guards and stuff, and she became the power.
When I was in middle school, I started writing a book where everyone got trapped in the school and they had to figure out how to survive. And they started farming.
Why did they get stuck in the school?
Because of supernatural events.
Okay.
Yeah.
Too much snow, guys. That'd be a plot of a book I would probably.
Sometimes the weather in Minnesota can be interpreted as a supernatural event.
Yeah, 50 degrees in January.
Well, this year has been quite the disappointment.
Well, that's kind of supernatural in its own way.
That's true. That's fair.
It's a little fun. Oh, goodness.
I mean, I don't really mind.
No, it's not that bad.
It's unfortunate we don't have snow, but...
Yeah. I got a little bit of snow when I went back home. We're just actually giving out so much little personal information. I mean, we started this by talking about UMN, so...
Not that much.
No. UMN's a big place.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Studio U, so it's very identifiable. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
I don't know.
Well, we already actively published that we're in Studio U.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Exactly. I'm trying to think of any other books, but really not a book person. My mom's a book person. She likes her books.
Books are cool.
How are we doing on time?
That's a good question.
Oh, you can look at the audio.
Oh, we're at an hour.
All right. Should we call it?
Sure.
It was lovely speaking to all of you. It's probably just Gabe, probably my dad, and whatnot.
And me.
You're gonna watch this all the way through again just for views?
I like to put podcasts on in the background when I'm doing stuff.
You're just gonna listen to yourself chat with yourself?
Yes.
Chat with yourself, chat with
Yeah,
yourself.
I'll replace your voice with mine.
AI. Okay, well, before we accidentally, we're gonna.
Yeah, how much footage do you need to train an AI voice?
Not much. You basically just need all the sounds.
Oh, I need to read my Harvard lines.
Your Harvard lines?
Yeah, they're like lines which have all of the syllables.
Okay. I assumed that was what it meant, but I just never heard the term. Okay, well, before we accidentally get into another very deep conversation on camera.
Yeah.
Signing off.
Wow. For the first time.
We're going to have to figure out a short summary to put in the title.
Besides the secret 0th episode.
Yeah, the 0th episode shall not be released because filters don't exist sometimes.
Because we were not serious at that point.
No, we were just goofing around. We had an idea. We sat down and we wasted time.
We got more serious.
So serious.
We got a better mic and worse camera, and now here we are.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Wait, I covered the mic instead of the camera.